excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast.
I'm Ben, calling every Russian. I think they're coming!
I'm John. I work at Burger King and I got some problems with his bullshit.
I'm Cobra. It's funny that you both like really shitty movies.
Hello, welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. I'm John.
Ben.
Cobra.
And this is a little movie I found at the video store once called There's Nothing Out There. And did I do a good job this time, guys? Okay, good.
I'm going to give you a big round of applause because I really enjoyed this movie.
There were some funny parts in it.
So I know I've mentioned this before, but I feel like movies like Scream and Wes Craven's New Nightmare may have borrowed a little bit from this concept.
Yeah, the one guy, Mike is his name. He's basically Randy from Scream, but he's
way more obnoxious.
You hit it both. He like ebbed and flowed. Like I was like, okay, this guy's pretty cool, and then it was like, shut the fuck up. And then by the end, I was like, okay, he's pretty cool again. Like
I liked his character.
Just every question that the two girls asks him at one point when he's explaining to the two of them what's going on, he's sarcastic about it. He's like, oh, geez, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an alien. Oh, just
I think
relax,
it's because he knows that it's probably not real, but he knows everything about it, and he should be the one that's telling them what to do next.
And I guess maybe he has told them 30 times that this fucking thing is here, and now they're like, "Ooh, what is this?"
Right? There's something out there.
I'm like looking at my notes, and I have no idea what any of this means.
You know what?
Sugar tits?
Maybe the girl at the beginning.
I know all about sugar tits.
Why did I write that down?
Because they're in the back of the car, and he calls her sugar tits. That's right.
And then I'm about to fart.
He's in the car, and he's like, we better stop this car, because I'm about to fart, and they all open the door.
He says, I have side ass? Oh, probably we saw some side ass.
This is...
Fucking A this way. Is that a quote, too? I have that
fucking A, yeah!
The guys in the pond. Yeah, they're like, oh, we're in the wrong place.
And this is what I want to commend you on, too. There are...
lots of boobs.
Not just lots of boobs. There are 9 or 10 total women in this movie, and at least 8 of them show their boobs.
Yeah.
And the one girl just...
I might applaud you this whole episode, Weaver.
And then the one girl
This is so much better than fat, bloated Patton on Exorcist 3 and Brad Dourif singing like a chick.
And the one girl is basically running around in a bikini the whole movie.
At first... she doesn't look that hot when she's like
there's something
having
about
sex
her.
with Nick.
I thought she was
But then
cute.
later on, when she's in that bathing suit towards the end, her body looks just fantastic.
Do you remember her hair doesn't dry throughout the whole... I was like, did they... I don't know why it didn't dry the whole time. Like, she wasn't in the water a lot.
Kept throwing water on her between shots.
I like the score. I thought it was a bit of a combination between The Exorcist and Phantasm score. Thought it was good.
When did this come out? 92?
91.
91.
The beginning of this is so fucking nostalgically cool.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about... It was going so fast, I picked out 4 VHS box cover that I...
How many of them were Stephen King?
I don't know.
I got
Firestarter.
Firestarter and Silver Bullet were by each other.
Okay. Grizzly, I love that movie. I got The Mutilator, Evil Dead.
I'm
Those are the
Joe
only
Grizzly, bitch.
Oh, no, wait, Grizzly's way better than... It's basically Jaws, but with a bear.
Did you guys ever see any of the clips from Grizzly 2, which didn't get released?
No.
With George Clooney?
I may have to try to find this.
I've only read about it, like going to a concert.
There's a big rock concert, there's a bear on the loose that kills George Clooney in the woods.
I applaud that man for being able to have a career because he did a ton of those types of movies and made his way out.
He was also in Batman and Robin?
Yeah, Batman nipples.
Nipple Man. Yeah, Nipple Man is what they should have
That's
called
what
him.
we're all looking for.
Right.
Nibbles.
So the beginning of this movie is a dream sequence in a video store that leads to this blonde girl crashing her car and going cross-eyed, which I always laugh at because her one eye just kind of like shoots over to the side.
I work with a couple people like that where it's hard to look them directly in the eye because one just starts drifting and you're like,
Just look away.
you can't not
Just look
notice.
away.
You just stare instantly like, whoa.
So the thing in this movie is like a little green.
Let's talk about what this thing
What
is.
is it?
This thing was a mix of like. Do you remember that fucking thing from Slime Ball Bolorama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that thing.
Yes.
When in the shots that it looked like a scorpion looking. Yeah, when it was like running as the puppet, it
Yeah.
looked like that thing a little bit.
Well, at first I was like, killer plants, cool. And then it was an alien later.
The snake looking thing turned into that.
So it wants to breed with women, but it also hypnotizes them and can also melt faces.
Mm-hmm.
it's
God
very,
damn.
Did you get all that?
Yeah.
How? My one problem, my only problem with this movie is that the
Ooh.
lasers at the end.
Oh my god, they look bad.
Not that they look bad. They're hitting people and they're pretending that nothing's happening. It's just,
Well,
they're just
He
doing
puts
what
on
they're
those
doing.
sunglasses and they like bounce off, hit the mirror,
No.
and bounce back into its face.
But before that, when you first see the lasers, and they hit the one girl's eyes, but then the girl who runs around in the bikini most of the movie, she puts her forearm up and blocks them, but claims they missed her entirely. And I was like, okay, they just must have said, cut it, it's fine.
These lasers aren't really too
Did-
menacing. in
Yeah,
this.
bounce off her elbows though.
So the plot is that these 7 people are going to a cabin because
They,
Mike has no girlfriend. Mike has no. I
This is
think
the
he
third
barely
wheel.
has friends.
they call this a camp by a lake, but I call it a house by the pond because this is not a lake.
No. Wait,
I mean-
no. The people who jump in the lake or the
Oh,
pond.
yeah, they call it.
They say that it's the house by the lake,
And they're like,
or the camp by the
"No."
lake, and it's the house by the pond. I'm like, oh, sorry, dude.
That's a good. That's a fun. Like a Friday the 13th, just
'Cause
a
they're pulling up in a
2-minute
stoner van, too,
stupid
yeah.
fucking scene that makes me laugh.
So, Mike is warning everybody. They drive by the scene where that girl crashed her car, and Mike's warning everybody that it's
This
like,
is very Friday the 13th Part 3 where they're driving by the...
oh yeah. He said it's a warning scene where
great movie.
we need to get out of here because
Friday
something
3.
killed her. And they all basically get annoyed with him super fast.
Because he does, he's annoying.
He is.
Like, he's very back and forth.
I like Mike.
He just, like, it's like everything. It's like, I'm gonna go take a shit. You're going to take a shit? Are you gonna lock the door? You're not? Oh my god. And it's like,
I'm gonna go get some
shut
wood
up.
alone in the woods.
Are you crazy? Like, shut up.
I liked him a lot.
I didn't say I hated him. It's just, he's a little annoying sometimes.
He's over the top. It's fine.
At one point, I think everybody goes into the house, and there's something in the. It's so fucking funny. The bush is like literally like shaking. At the end, in the credits, they have somebody credited as the bush shaker.
Oh,
So then, there's just basically, getting to know the characters. There's the guy who's like.
Owns the house. Or his parents.
There's the guy
own
whose
Yeah.
parents own the house. There's the guy who's just fucking that girl who's stupid as shit.
the house. No, she's real stupid.
Yeah. Because she believes that there's bears at one point in
Is
this
it
movie.
Jimmy?
Is that his name?
Jimmy and Doreen.
Yeah, that's it. Jimmy and Doreen.
Yeah, Doreen's dumb as hell.
Dave is somebody.
Oh, he's got the
Is Dave
foreign
the smart
exchange
kid?
student or something.
Yeah.
Is she French?
She wants to fuck, and he's
She's-
like, I don't think we should do that.
Yeah,
Dinner
he's
time.
a stupid
Is
asshole.
he the one that says it's dinner time?
Uh-huh.
I just have, there's somebody who puts on an outfit, and all I could think of was Seinfeld, where I don't want to be a pirate. It was like a puffy shirt. Was that Jimmy? I think it might have been Jimmy.
There is Jimmy. He's a character.
They're all having dinner, and Jimmy says, I want to have a toast to Doreen having the best sex or
Yeah.
something like that.
Best body, or
Jimmy's
Something-
funny.
He is. I
I like
it.
Jimmy.
Something gets into the kitchen and knocks a pan over and just covers it in green slime.
yeah, it ate the chicken.
Yeah. And the girl gets all offended because they're like, there's green slime on the pan.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like,
like,
"Fuck you."
I
There's-
didn't cook that.
But there is green slime on the fucking pan. What do you
Yeah,
want?
for the rest of the movie, she bitches about that chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of, they're making fun of her because it's kind of like, well, it probably would be better than what you'd cook, or something like that. But she's nice. She's fucking cooking for all you fucking freeloaders.
They're not freeloaders because that's Nick's house.
It doesn't matter. They're still free lit.
It's
They're
Nick's
there.
house. You
Nick's,
all gotta do
Nick's
your
not
part.
as bad as the guy from Friday the 13th who's like, come on over, but don't fucking touch a thing.
Yeah, there's that guy.
So, that guy was fucking terrible.
Let me Trent.
Yeah, don't touch that table. Get your feet off
Weren't
of
you
there.
sympathetic for Trent though? In the
When he was in the store, and he's in
not
line,
just in the store,
just
because you're
in the
like,
store.
all these people come to this guy's fucking house and they're breaking shit.
Oh, that too, yeah. They go in and they're like, ha kick over a lamp.
What's this?
Don't take the boat. They take the fucking boat out.
Yeah, as soon
Jesus
as he
Christ.
says don't take it, what'd you think I was gonna do? Not be an asshole! How about that? You know, you think your friends you can trust. No, not in horror movies. They're always dicks and do everything that you tell them not to do.
This is true. You're making me be more sympathetic towards Trent in that movie.
The more you think about it, Trent was right, man.
It's true. If you just follow his rules, it is his like.
Are we
cabin.
supposed to get mad at him because he had really great sex with that woman?
It was-
No.
She had
Fuck no. Stupendous tits.
Perfect nipple placement. I mean, come on. Although, she's no Natasha Henstridge. My God.
You also, because I've been in that position where I just want to pay for my shit and get the hell out of here, but somebody's taking up time.
Hey, could you put this up? Look, I really need you to... Have you seen her? You're not buying anything. Get the fuck out of the way.
Or say, I'll talk to you as soon as these people leave.
Wait. Just wait.
If someone was missing their sister, you act like that. I'd hope not.
Just wait. Just get out of the
You
way.
don't have 1 minute of your day to let this guy put a missing poster up ad about. I would hate you two. I hate you two. You're so rude. No, you're rude, both of you.
If Clay would have turned around instead of being like, "Fuck do you want?" If he would have been like, "Listen, my sister's missing, and I'm trying to put up a poster." Instead, he turns around and he's like, "What? What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And Trent's like, "Fuck you," and both of them are assholes
Lot
in that
of-
scene.
Yeah,
Just-
that's when you have two beef heads.
A lot of dick swinging going on there.
Yeah. And we all know who would win. Me. When I come into that scene,
What are you gonna do?
I'd beat them both up. I'd say, listen, guys. That's it.
So we're really talking about Friday the 13th, 2009 instead of...
And we shouldn't be because this movie's great.
Oh, good.
How'd we get there?
Because
I
the
imagine
two of
it
them
was
own a
you.
house together. Or not own a house together. Trent owns the house. This kid,
Yeah.
it's his parents' house. That's why we got there.
Nick.
So now they all split up to go either have sex or go on a walk or whatever. What is the name of the nerdy guy? You had it earlier.
The nerdy guy?
Yeah.
The guy who
Dave.
knows everything?
Dave, yeah. Him and the foreign exchange student
Oh,
go on a
yeah.
walk, and this is the first time the alien pops out. Pretty much just kills...
Yeah, she runs into that
It
tree.
kills him the same way that fucking the little mutant Siamese twin does in Basket Case.
Yeah.
Just climbs on him and then claws him to death or something, and he dies. Yeah, then she runs into a tree.
Somehow survives.
Yeah, I thought she was gone until she comes back at the end of the movie.
Is this the first two we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's
the
not
first-
Dave.
No, it's the couple that don't get as much screen time as everybody else. The foreign exchange
The
student.
nerd and the
The
foreign
glasses.
exchange
He has
student.
glasses.
That's not who comes back at the end, is it?
The foreign exchange student does.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
No idea.
She
But
comes back at the end?
She does,
Yeah,
and then
she comes
she
back to the
gets
house.
raped to death or hit over the head with something.
I'm
I don't know.
You know what's so
Either or
bad?
both.
Because I thought we were recording last Sunday.
okay.
I watched this
Oh.
2 weeks
almost
ago.
2 weeks ago.
This
Maybe
movie's
a little
hard
more
to-
2 weeks ago. And now I have another movie mixing in with it
Oh, okay.
that I watched. Wait, is there an obnoxious fight scene in like this watery area?
Oh, Camp Blood.
That's Camp Blood.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm mixing Camp Blood in this movie for some
Ooh.
reason,
Next, we have Jimmy and Doreen going out to go for a swim,
which I love.
and they're swimming around, and they hear something splash in the water, and they go back in the house. So it doesn't come after them. Doesn't it hit itself in the face with a rake or something?
Yep.
That is I think the running joke of the movie because
Yep.
it happens a couple times, and then Nick at the end, he's like, he picks up the rake and it's got slime on it. He's like, what?
There's also a cast member called the Rake Wrangler in this movie.
What I love too is that Nick goes away for like half the movie
to get a plumber.
and then comes back.
How far away was
He's
that
like-
plumber?
Yeah, he knows nothing that's going on. He's like, hey, the fucking plumber's coming in like half an hour.
Plumber has a long scene. He just shows up and does he get killed?
I don't know.
The
I think
plumber
they just-
shows up.
They leave him there.
Shows up.
Yeah, they just
What?
leave him there.
Oh, he
Let
looks
me
like a porn.
I'll have to get to my notes because, again, 2
Oh,
weeks
I'm pretty
ago.
sure some of the
Who
actors.
could remember anything from 2 weeks ago?
I'm pretty sure some of the actors went on to do soft porn.
Really?
One of them was Mike, the Randy guy.
Mm-hmm.
He did a movie called The Erotic Misadventures of the Invisible Man. So I'm assuming.
Oh my god.
Can we follow up on that?
Yeah.
No, actually, a couple of the actors did. Mike was the first one I noticed, so I wrote it down. But there was.
This is a trauma film. You'd think they could find more work there.
No,
This?
the girl with the bikini running
It
around.
was trauma
Oh,
by
maybe.
name, I feel.
Oh, it wasn't like an actual.
No, Lloyd Kaufman was involved. His
No,
name-
but I mean, like, you saw, besides the one decapitation head,
Oh,
did anything feel real trauma to you? Like,
the creature.
besides, again, the creature.
The guy's
But
face melted, but that didn't feel
There
like trauma.
wasn't the over-the-topness
Yeah.
that normally comes with the
But
trauma.
I associate trauma with Toxic Avenger, and it
Yeah.
doesn't get more over the top than that. So,
Yeah.
well, I guess that chicken movie.
Cool.
What the fuck is that thing called?
A
Bro,
chicken movie.
A
When the
bunch of
chickens
people
attack.
are like human chicken hybrids.
Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they did Thanksgiving, right?
I don't know what that is.
But they're just pecking people's eyes out and ripping their throats out.
Love
and
birds.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of pilgrim boobs in that movie.
I like
Thanksgiving.
pilgrim boobs. Like, what's that one movie with pilgrims?
Thanksgiving. Well,
Yeah.
the beginning opens
The
up.
pilgrim movie. Where that lady's a demon or a witch.
What?
The witch.
The Crucible.
Oh,
Never
Those
saw
are
it.
pilgrims, aren't they? Puritans. Something.
one of the two. Yeah.
I need to watch The Witch again without Garrett in front of the screen going.
Maybe we should review The Witch. Ben, why don't you put that on your list? You seem to be the most hip with your new movies. Get Out and Get Out.
Whatever else is in there.
Get Out and,
And I don't see any other.
Garrett
Wrong-
got a whole. I had those
and
all
Wrong
separated,
Turn
and Garrett grabbed
Oh.
them all and started cutting off the ends of them. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, drops them all over the floor. I'm like, "No!"
So that just means we get to rearrange them in any order we want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think we had an order.
We just picked
We were
them.
pulling.
Yeah, but we can put them in the
Yeah.
order we want now.
Okay, so
Wait, was this the first of them? Yeah, this was the
Yeah.
first week, right?
I got rid of those ones.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good week, all in all.
Doreen and
Everything's going to be
Jimmy-
rated
Jimmy
above
go
a
back
5.
in the house. Meanwhile, the guy who owns the house, Nick, and his girlfriend go up to have sex. So while that's going
Well,
on,
Jimmy and
gets
Doreen
naked.
just are gonna have sex right out
on
in the
the
living room.
floor,
In
yeah.
the living room.
Which is fine.
So Nick or
No, they even
It
before
reminded
they went
me
out.
of that Christmas movie we watched that David Hess directed that was real dark that I picked
Oh
up.
my
To All Good Night.
David Hess.
These groups just break off literally in the house and they're
Yeah.
just going to have sex in
Yeah,
every
everywhere.
room.
Yeah.
Right after dinner, like Jimmy and Doreen start like trying to have sex on the couch when people are
People are
cleaning
there.
up. And
Yeah.
it's like, what do you?
I've been in that situation. It's like, get out of the room. You see we're going to have sex here?
instead of it being like you guys go to your own room, everybody
What if you
else
didn't
just
have
goes
a
to-
room, Weaver?
If you didn't, that would be different. They do.
Do they?
I think they just really like the living room because they go back again later to the
Yeah.
living room. So
When they come in.
That's fine. She
But-
get naked?
yes, but that was at the pond. She got naked.
They tease you because she doesn't at first, and you think, oh, but then, no.
She does.
So
Well,
Mike is putting a bunch of shit on.
It's ridiculous barricade to the point he's putting an empty wicker trash basket
Just throws everything
on
he
the
has.
top of like
Yeah.
a stack of stuff. And it's,
So then he's sitting on the bed, and Nick and that girl are having sex, and they're just smacking against the wall, and his head's banging against the wall. He's like, "Fuck."
even though he's looking for like some sort of creature, he's jerking it watching them.
Yeah,
He's,
You would
pretty,
think
he's
so.
pretty fucking pervy.
he could have been out doing something else, but
What was he going to do?
if he's so concerned about this creature, he should go get it.
Or he should just barricade himself in a room and.
But he
be the
doesn't know
lone
for sure
survivor.
it's there.
Also, he convinced Doreen that there's bears, and she
Oh,
won't
she
shut
would
the
not
fuck up
shut
about
Oh,
it.
another running joke. But that's good. Continuity through the movie. The rake, the bears. I liked it. It doesn't take much to please me.
No.
You keep
Well,
a simple, stupid
with some of the
joke
movies
running.
we watch, if you just keep your script simple and
This is a kiss,
decent,
kiss script. Keep it simple, stupid.
yeah,
But it's not. Oh, it is kind of stupid, I guess.
it's stupid, but it's fun stupid.
Also,
It is, it
when
is.
they're
It's so
having
good.
sex and everyone else is either still out walking being attacked by the creatures,
Mm-hmm.
Mike's kind of pervy watching. The other couple are in their room. They come in start having sex on the floor of the living room. And I love that I have like, a sexy fireplace. They literally have a wood burner just with it open. They're rolling around right beside it. I was like, that's dangerous.
Little spark pops
Yeah,
up.
you're gonna.
First of all, that's what makes the sex so good.
Just fear
Knowing
of death.
that you might catch on fire during it.
So Mike comes in the room and sees the alien.
He's also decked out for battle. He's got hockey gloves, a baseball bat, a catcher's mask.
He knows what's
and
going on.
A
He's not fucking
winter
around.
coat.
Yep. For padding.
Yeah.
You need to have that.
Yeah.
In case the alien has laser eyes.
You do.
Which it does!
Oh man, look at that.
How's the fucking catcher's mask gonna block laser eyes? We have a spring-loaded cat.
Oh, yep.
Gotta have one of those in this type of movie.
You can't have a house with nobody living in it unless a cat is there living on its own. So, Friday 7, cat in the closet.
Now, we should also, Doreen, while having sex, witnesses this creature and doesn't say anything.
She still thinks it's a bear.
Oh my
Did she
God.
get zapped in the eyes yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Does she get zapped in the eyes?
Eventually. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody does.
But they end up, a big ruckus ensues, and the creature gets away, but they
lock Mike in the basement.
They think Mike's just being an asshole, so they
Yeah.
lock him in the
That's
basement. all night.
terrible.
Mhm.
Again, these are the worst friends you could have.
Doreen saw something, but she's too stupid to explain it to anybody.
She probably
so-
does think it's a bear.
Yeah. Don't they like scooter on the ground, get real low?
Don't bears have? I'm also disgusted by. There was a thing in the 80s where people go into just ponds, muddy ponds, to go for a swim, and it's like, that's gross.
You remember that place, Deer Hunters?
Yes. That was more of a beachy feel, though. It had a solid bottom.
Yeah, we used to go there and swim all the time at a dock.
Yeah, it was like a
Did
sports.
you go there, Weaver?
No,
You
I
lived in
went.
Harrisville.
There was a couple other places I went, but I never went there.
Well,
I went
why?
there was a creek.
Creek swimming, that's
But
good.
if you went down, it was behind the cemetery. If you go down over the hill, the creek back there,
That's not a creek, that's a stream.
a stream. But there was
What is that?
there was a
Slippery Rock?
tree.
There's
Wolf?
No, like
There
I'm
was-
talking, it's
there was a
maybe as
hill that
wide
went
as
up.
this table.
There was a hill that went up, and there was a bunch of houses, and down below where this stream was, there was like a tree right near the bank, and right where the tree was, it got real deep,
Oh,
so you
Yeah.
could swim right there. So that's where I went.
I used to-
It was disgusting, but I
Okay,
went
it
there.
was-
Was there
Right.
things in there?
I think I would set like
Probably.
a bait trap in there for fishing. Catch minnows,
Yeah, there was fish. There was
crayfish.
crayfish down there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Remember that snapping turtle you caught that one day at Wolf Creek, me and you?
Did we catch it at Wolf Creek?
Or no, Muddy Creek.
Yeah.
God, that was scary.
Yeah.
You were like, get it off. I'm like, I ain't fucking touching that thing. You
Yeah.
get it off.
this is where it starts slowing down for me, though.
It does kind of drag in the middle.
Yes.
He
'Cause
breaks.
I'm like, it's 90 minutes. Like, why does this feel like it's
He
fucking
breaks
never
a
ending?
pipe, and the basement floods, and that causes Nick to have to go into town to get a plumber. Also, nobody knows
A
where
town-
Mike went.
Yeah, Mike
Also-
disappeared through a
Yeah.
window.
A town that apparently is like 50 miles away because
Yeah. He's
he
gone all
leaves
day.
in the morning and he comes back at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It is dark.
It was
out.
a 3-hour drive, he said, I think.
Is his car the SS Minnow?
Yes.
A 3. No.
4. I know, I got it. Gilligan's Island. I'm not stupid. I'm Mr. Pop Culture, come on!
Mr. Pop Culture.
Just call me Larry Pop Culture.
Okay.
So this creature comes up through the bed and grabs a hold of. Why can't I remember this fucking guy's name? You've said it 16,000
Jimmy.
times.
Jimmy?
Jimmy grabs a hold of him. So Dorian runs out of the room. At some point, what is the main girl's name?
I don't know.
I don't
I
either.
know.
I may have written it down later.
Nick and Burn.
Hang on.
No, I did not write
Maybe
it
I
down.
can find it.
Like Sally. No, that's a girl.
Stacy?
Sure.
No.
She looks
No,
like
that's
Stacy.
the girl. Janet is the foreign exchange student.
Well, then who's Stacy? It's got to be the new
Is
girl.
Stacy the girl
I have
from
her
the
as
beginning?
bitch.
Oh no, Stacy might be her.
Because she was a bitch to
it's,
him.
It's Stacy. It's Stacy.
She's not a bitch. She probably.
She
these
was a
are
bitch to Mike early in the movie.
Yeah, but these are
Because
probably
she talks
all...
to Nick and she's like, why would you bring Mike? You know
because
how goofy he
they're
is.
probably all his friends. And have you ever been in that situation?
You have to hang out with somebody else's friends.
Yes.
All of them. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, I'm okay with it because I'm a people person. I get along with everybody.
I hate people.
I do too, but look at this.
I loathe people.
I put on a show for you guys. You know I don't like either of you.
I like your shirt.
That's true. That's true. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Sweet shirt.
Do you see We were talking about his shirt. Look at
It's
this.
it's
It's
the
Jason
wrong
Lives.
Jason.
Yeah, it's the wrong Jason, and that scene was never in Jason Lives.
It was never
Yeah.
in any movie.
No.
And he's got those utility belt with a machete even further down here.
Well, he did have a utility belt in part 6. Though.
Yeah,
He
it's
had
like they took
a
like
knife and a
8
dart
different parts of Jason
Yeah.
movies and combined
That's
everything.
Dark City through. I just remember the cop with the mustache says, "I got the whole enchilada." You know, in that movie, it's the best line in that movie.
He's like doing his hair, and the one guy's like, "Come on, pretty boy."
Where the
This is going to be a hairy turn.
Where the
That's what I
dot-
remember from it.
where the dot goes, you bang. I remember that line.
He says
It's
it's
like,
his
ooh.
daughter, and the guy's like, "How do you want me to proceed?"
With extreme caution, asshole. Wow.
Classic.
I know all the lines.
I just
watched
watched
that
that.
movie like.
I watched that with Garrett. He fucking loved it. Then I watched.
That's a great one to introduce. Like,
Mhm. Then I watched. What is it? The Cabin in the Woods with him.
you like it?
Yeah, but like, he was like, "What are all these things?" Because like at the end, all that shit comes out.
Mhm.
We paused the movie at the board so we could read all the shit. There's like molesting trees, and I
From
swear,
like the
Evil
Evil Dead.
Dead,
Yeah.
at, when the elevators open, tree branches come out and start fucking attacking people.
They were looking for giants and penises.
I need to go back and watch that. I watched it once when it first came out, and I haven't revisited it.
Patience.
That was so smart, though, to name it Patience and to have it take its sweet ass time.
I
to get
remember
to
you
the
talking
end.
about that and falling in love with that.
And you were like, "That's who fucking
You're so
cares." Okay, so Stacy goes
Because
outside.
I wanted to see something cooler.
I love that the merman comes back at the end. All that guy wants to do is see a merman.
Merman.
He's like pouting about it the whole movie.
Like Ben Stiller. Merman.
I love that, like, not Christopher Walken, John Voight's like, you done danced around with your wiener flopping around, or something like that.
Fine with me.
She goes
I said.
outside. Mike sees her and says, "Oh, hey, nice bikini." Yeah,
Well, that's where she blocks the laser beams with her arm.
yeah,
But Doreen gets hit in the eye.
yeah.
And what's LBD?
LBD?
LBD finds green slime at the pond.
I have
LBD.
no idea what you're talking about. The boot.
I have no idea. I think that Stacy sees some green slime there. She does a little investigating before Mike finds her.
Stacy in a weird sequence, Stacy and Mike go swimming.
Which th-
While Nick is gone for no reason
No.
whatsoever.
Oh yeah, that is
He
weird.
was totally hitting on her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
and then I have
No, it was
LBD
Jimmy.
finds
It was Jimmy.
Jimmy and bitch go swimming. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
he
was
like had his
Jimmy,
arm
not
around
Mike.
her,
Yeah,
like,
he
and
was
it
trying
was
to
like
get
Doreen
some.
was still sleeping
That's before he gets bit by the monster.
because it's the morning and there's no running water, and
I
that's why what's his face goes to find a plumber, and she's like, "I guess I'll take a bathe in the pond." And I was like, "Ugh,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'll be right behind you." Like it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
where
got
was
that
Doreen
weird
at?
vibe,
She's
too.
sleeping. She was in like
Yeah,
that
Doreen
coma
was-
sleep.
Doreen was still asleep
Because
because
she had laser eyes.
some people compare that to Betty Davis.
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah. That's a great plug, man. You're getting stronger there.
So they go inside and Mike finds Jimmy's melted body on the
I
ground.
can't. I cannot think of the Seinfeld every time I hear Jimmy. Jimmy's down.
Well, I think that's the end of Jimmy, right? For the
I
rest of the
hope
movie, so.
because every time I hear Jimmy, that's
He's
what I
done.
think of.
Yeah.
So he goes in and explains to the two girls what's going on, or what he thinks is going on.
Okay.
He's trying to put the pieces together.
Now let me ask this question.
Hmm.
From what we've seen of where the pond is located,
Mhm.
it's away from the deck.
Yeah,
Down.
It's not that far though. It's just down a hill.
It's down a hill.
Yeah.
That one bitch jumps out the window and lands in the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
How? How far did she jump?
I thought you said there was continuity in this movie.
This is, I gotta call bullshit on this one part. She
Mm-hmm.
had to have jumped
She
120 yards.
She Helen
get to
hunts
that
it out the
pond.
window with the famous
Twisters?
No, the famous after school special scene.
Oh, yeah. I
Where
plugged
she's
that
on
on here
crack?
before, yeah.
No, she does that. Angel Dust.
She runs out the window.
It's like a 2-3 story house. She's
Is Angel Dust PCP?
I don't. Yeah.
I think it's the same thing, and that comes into play next movie.
Because she just jumps up off the ground because you don't feel
Your
pain
movie,
when
man.
you're. What?
in your movie. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
the Terminator. He might have been high on PCP.
Love the Terminator. Oh, when he's like punching through glass and yeah, you don't feel pain.
When 12 bullets don't take him down like Michael Myers.
You don't feel pain.
Oh, they had a bulletproof vest on. That's all. No big deal.
He hits it. This is Kevlar.
All right, so they figure out that shaving cream
It doesn't though.
does something.
It doesn't.
It just kind of upsets him. a
Yeah,
little
Mike
bit.
is like, he's like any other cream, you know.
Nobody likes
nobody
enough
likes
shaving
shaving
cream,
cream in their
yeah.
mouth. But it doesn't seem to do anything.
No.
Doreen gets decapitated.
Yeah. First, the foreign exchange student comes back,
Mm-hmm.
and the creature starts trying to fuck her.
Who is the foreign exchange student again?
Oh Jesus!
I
I
don't
just had
remember
it.
her name.
Hang on.
Mary,
Janet.
you said.
Janet.
Janet, you said.
Yeah. Yep. Not Mary. Janet comes back. They go bring her inside, and the creature starts trying to fuck her. And then Doreen, because she got hit in the eye with lasers, is now
Possessed of some
I
sort.
guess.
starts to fight Stacy outside.
What's a terrible song?
I don't know.
Fountains of Wayne.
So I think so. It's a fun video though. Rachel Hunter's still pretty hot.
Is she?
All right.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm trying to picture her. Eh.
You have a smartphone. Look her up.
So
It makes sentences up.
Mike shows up and
Look at Weaver trying to just
I'm
keep
trying
going.
so
Trying to keep
hard.
it. I do have a. There's a rat.
So hard. Natasha Head
Did you
says what's
notice
in
it's
it.
it's just a white lab rat? Like they. I just thought that was funny because they probably just went to a pet store for $2 and bought a white rat.
Yeah.
Is that what
Anyway,
rats cost? $2?
They can't be much, but it's just a white lab rat, so it's like not scary at all.
Is this around the time when they ask him if they're in a movie and he looks directly
At the camera.
at the camera?
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh fuck, I love that. It's in the trailer too. Like they ask him if he's in a movie, he looks at the camera, and the dude who's doing the voiceover is like, "Uh-oh."
I just when the plumber gets there,
They
all
start
I-
boarding up the windows.
Mhm.
when the plumber gets there, all I could think of was old school where the guy knocks on the door and goes, "I'm here for the gangbang." Like, he just had that same mustache and just looked.
Mike
Like
gets
he
this
was there
idea.
for-
He's like, we can confuse this thing
This is coming up.
so much.
First,
The ending.
Doreen gets her head cut off.
We're already there.
Yeah, we already did that.
We did?
Yeah, where have you been?
Well, also, Janet gets hit in the head with something and basically breaks her neck and dies.
I don't even
We
have
skipped over that. She's on the couch getting fucked by the alien, and then one of her friends hits her in the head and
Did
kills
I?
her.
Was I out of the room for this? What happened?
I don't
So
remember that
then
either.
that's when Nick comes home. And they explain everything to Nick, and that's when they say they have a plan. Which
Wait,
is to
he
confuse
flops
it.
off the deck
Yes.
first.
hmm Which
It's a
is
good
when
way
he
of
He
putting
grabs.
swings from the boom
It's a
knife.
good way of putting it. He flopped off the deck.
Yeah, he swings off the boom
In a
mic.
weekend at Bernie's esque, he lands in the sand and the friends like pick him up because it was like body double that flew. It was like a Bundy, an Al Bundy falling off the roof. Clearly a dummy is like, woo.
So
Watch Weekend at Bernie's again. That
their
movie always made me laugh.
complicated ass plan is to put shaving cream down, turn the lights off.
Get it into a stove.
Get it to jump through its reflection
It's like Shockma.
and get it in the oven.
It's like fucking Shockma. Get it to go through the mirror into a stove.
Hey,
Minus, they weren't torturing.
Yeah, you do got fuzz on
you
it.
got fuzz in your beard. Oh, it's on your shirt now.
Oh.
He's never gonna get it.
Stop looking down. It's gonna keep transferring.
Did I get it?
No.
No, but every time you look down, you touch
It's on the
it.
collar of your shirt, right underneath the collar. There it is.
You still have a piece of fuzz in your beard.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Alright.
I thought you were looking at my Syracuse Bulldogs.
I don't know what that is.
Oglethorpe.
Oh.
Slapshot.
Ogie Oglethorpe.
Oh,
Who's that?
Oglethorpe. You gotta watch Slapshot, man.
Oh, that movie from the 70s.
Mhm.
Or 80s.
Mhm.
70s.
Mhm.
Paul Newman.
It had
his
the,
twins, triplets.
It had the mom from the Christmas Story, and she's like in this 10-minute long topless scene where she's just sitting in
She's
bed.
the one talking about being a lesbian.
Lesbian.
Oh my god.
Hammerhead.
Your wife sucks pussy.
She's a dyke.
I know.
I gotta pee.
I fucking love Slapshot.
Okay, so they have shaving cream on the floor, mirrors everywhere, and they're throwing light bulbs at this thing in the dark.
They get all the light bulbs and flashlights. Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, this made no sense with distraction by collecting all the light bulbs and throwing them.
That's why I'm saying this reminded me of the end of Shockma. Because
Was it-
what the fuck are they doing?
It was just to focus on
That girl
her.
in bikini though, her body is hotter each frame.
Well, I think that's probably what the light bulb. She was holding them near her chest, and it was just the camera like being able to focus right
Well, I
there.
liked it.
So it gets into the stove, and I think it shoots Stacy in the eyes at one point because she starts trying to kill Mike.
Sounds like a porn.
Stacy, that's the foreign girl. No, that's
No.
her. Yeah, she does get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause she tries to kill Mike.
Mhm.
Mike or
No, it's Mike. I think it's Mike.
Where's Nick at?
I can't remember the owner's name.
But the
Her brother.
alien dies, so she's not under its power anymore.
Uh.
And then they get in their car and they go to leave. It jumps on the car, so it's not dead apparently.
I like the. Oh,
Mike
yeah,
puts
yeah.
on his sunglasses at night.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
Good one.
And it shoots the sunglasses, bounces off the rearview mirror.
Don't mess around
There's
with the.
Jesus
Lots of
Christ!
laser beams everywhere. They're just shooting through people. I mean, this is bad effects.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's supposed to be.
I know, but it looks like the
It's
it
funny
looks
as
like
hell,
the
though.
Terminator's effects.
That's not $350,000.
Oh, whoa!
It's not $350,000
Shots
budget.
fired.
What'd you say?
I said it looks like the Terminator's effects.
Hey,
The lasers.
fuck you, James
I'm just
Cameron's
kidding.
like awesome.
Well, in '84 he might not have been.
Well, fuck that. Terminator's great.
I'll be the judge of that.
I will fucking get out on the set right now. It's better than part 2.
Whoa, I strongly disagree.
Yeah. No.
We'll debate.
We will debate.
Yeah.
I know how you debate.
Okay. Anyway, they pick up the girl from the beginning as they're leaving.
I like the
What
real
was her name?
I have no idea.
So-
I love that they like this person's clearly injured,
Mhm.
and it's just like, hey, what's wrong?
This is
like,
the best part of
I'm
the
like,
movie.
oh, it's like real concern shown for an injured person. But then they chuck her
They
out.
toss her ass out
They're like,
because
"She has
Mike's
yellow
like,
eyes."
She has yellow eyes. Get her out.
No, she's,
Hilarious way to end the movie.
no, she has different color eyes because she's those
Green
little-
eyes.
Green eyes because she's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
because she's
I've
like,
always
yeah.
had them, and they're like,
From birth. But Mike's convinced that something bad is going to happen because
Yeah.
every movie,
As
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake,
Yeah, somebody
that
on the
girl
road.
could have had a gun up her pussy.
Yep.
That's no good.
Yeah. So yeah, they toss her out a moving car and drive away.
Hilarious. Great ending to this movie.
All right, so you started last time, right?
Yeah.
So we'll start with Cobra.
I give this movie a 7 out of 10.
pretty high praise.
I know, it was a nice refreshment to all of the newer terrible movies out there. It was fun. It felt fun. I was never bored with this movie. There were boobs. The effects are The creature is But everything else about it, the banter back and forth is good. When you have good dialogue and decent writing, it's
Simple,
fine.
very simple
Yeah,
writing.
it's basic and to the point.
Mm-hmm.
You say decent writing. I'm like,
It's
"Ooh."
decent. I'm
It's
talking
supposed
about,
to be bad. I mean, it's
but it's not bad. It's what I want to listen to. It's what normal people talk about.
Yeah,
It's not the Hollywood made up version of everything that goes on. That doesn't happen.
Where they
You mean
don't
it's-
know what real people act like.
Yes.
I mean, it's not Michael Madsen going, obviously you don't get out.
Yes, it's not bad. It's what we would be like having normal conversation, making fun of each other back and forth.
There's
if
a lot
space
of
creature
our normal conversation we can't record because it's incriminating.
I have to cut a lot.
That's besides the point. This movie is fun though. It is a very fun movie. It's different than the normal shit we watch, and it's way better than anything Weaver has recommended in
By
weeks.
far. Yeah.
7
Alright.
out of 10 for me.
Let's give him a toast for.
Not being deprived his other 4 movies this month.
Mm-hmm. I think it is a Troma film. Troma popped up on the screen at the beginning. I'm not a big Troma fan. It'd be a fun movie to, you have 4 or 5 people over like horror films, drink some beers, just throw this on and just, laugh at how bad it is. But that's the whole point. They don't take themselves seriously. I mean, the guy did a gymnastics move off of a boom mic. Like, boom mic, it's...
That was kind of cool.
there's maybe I thought there should have been a little more gore.
He's up there. We're good. He's not coming down.
Maybe should have been a little more gore.
Yeah, I think so.
For a trauma.
I mean,
Or some more melting effects or some kind
yeah.
of...
I mean, the effects, like what you did see, surely didn't cost much.
No, they were fine though for what it probably did
Oh
cost.
yeah, the head lopped off Steam.
Did you give this movie a rating yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Straight up Cobra's Alley. Lots of boobs.
8 out of the 10 girls, at least. 8 out of 9 for sure. 8 out of the 10 showed their boobs.
Do you have
Which
a
is
favorite
great.
one? Who would you rank best?
Boy, I don't know. Natasha Henstridge. She's still number 1 for a while.
So, the only thing that would have made this movie worse is if you could tell, like, they were trying to take themselves seriously. I mean,
would
the
have been a good
actors,
idea.
the people in this movie, they look like they were just, having fun. But again, these aren't my favorite types of movies, the trauma films. 4 out of 10.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Ben, you
yeah.
are just hard.
I wouldn't watch it again, I guess. I'd watch
Oh
it
my God,
I'd watch it with
again.
like a group of people, maybe, if we sat down to watch it and recorded commentary on it or something.
I'd show it to friends I don't have.
But I wouldn't sit down by myself and watch this again.
Oh, this was a breath of fresh air. This was a breath of fresh air. My Asian come out. My shitty wok chicken.
So, I feel like this movie is a movie for horror films. It is very specifically designed for horror films. Or horror fans, I mean. Horror
I
films.
mean, she's running through the horror section of a VHS
Yeah,
store.
it's complete catering to horror fans. There's everything. There's a little bit of gore. There's some comedy. There's nudity. This movie has a lot of awesome shit to it. And this is one of the reasons that I miss video stores, because I would just go in, find something like this that I had no idea what it was, and I'd be pleasantly surprised. And this one has always stuck out to me. I've seen it 6 or 7 times, I think.
See, I would go into a store with a group of friends, and we would grab this to watch on a Friday or Saturday
Well,
night.
that's what I
Well,
used to
some
do in
people
high
didn't
school.
have friends like we were. They had to go alone.
Did you go by yourself to pick this up?
No, I didn't.
See, I just never would have picked this
No.
up. I would have went back to something I was familiar with. If I'm going to watch it by myself, I would have rented
that's
like
what
a Friday the 13th. Or
I would get Hellraisers a lot when I was a kid by myself. But if
Yeah.
I had friends, we would go pick
Oh yeah, we'd grab
random
this.
shit like this. And this, everybody that I watched it with was like, this is great. What the hell is this? So,
So you rented this from a mom and pop store?
the bowling alley one, what the hell was that called?
Oh, in Silver?
Boydrum.
Grove City.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Super
yeah.
Bowl
Blowout
video. Super
video.
Bowl video. Super
Yeah,
Bowl
that was
video.
the
Where
Super Bowl
Ron
video.
was. And Ron had seen it. He
Is Ron
goes-
the big beard dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still shows up. His kid's in karate, so I see him all the time. But he was like, have you seen this? I'm like, I don't even know what it is. He's like, oh, you're going to like this. So.
He tried to. He was always good for recommendations.
He tried to rape you. Oh.
No, he
That
tried
was
to.
going a different route.
He tried to open his own video store after that.
Ron
one.
Solo?
Yeah, Ron Solo.
That didn't work.
I like the name though.
Yeah. So,
Instead of Han Solo. Get it?
I'm not going to go fucking bananas. I gave it a 7, but I really, really enjoy this movie.
What'd you give it, Coop?
I gave it a 7 as well.
Nice.
I also
It
really
does.
like this movie.
You are right. It does lull.
It's like the 40 to 45 minute mark,
Mhm.
and it
It's a
lulls
lull.
for about 20 minutes, and then
Then it picks back
and
up
then it picks
again.
back up, and it
Yeah.
just I found myself looking at the clock.
It could have
like,
been a little
oh,
shorter,
Like how
I
much
think.
more of this?
But
Not enough to deter me away from
no,
this movie.
no,
No.
I would still watch it again. I'm just saying there's just a little bit where maybe if you have something you need to do, go do it. And come
Look at your
back.
phone.
Yeah.
Look at
If your kid's like, I want popcorn, you say wait until the lull in the middle of this movie, and then you go get him the popcorn.
No, I say fuck that. I pause it and I go make the popcorn.
All right.
Yeah,
For
right.
everybody.
Fine, all right.
It's a family movie at the Cobra House.
Holy shit, I might make
No,
this.
no, they're watching something else.
Okay.
I'm going to make an attempt to make this exactly an hour. All right, if
Oh.
you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting. Horrorcastings@gmail.com. We're on Twitter @horrorcasting. We're on Podbean, YouTube, and iTunes. Rate and review the show.
For real.
Thrill me!